Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Head, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion. Your host, the Hunter. Welcome back to Baseball Head. Hopefully you like this video. Hit that subscribe button. I'm going to talk about again about the Chicago White Sox. 2024 Chicago White Sox. They are on pace to be an infamous team, a forgettable team, an historically forgettable team. And now we have some rather weird kind of comments and quotes from their general manager. So this is a continuation of the disaster of what's going on the South Side. And I'll tell you what, the Mets played them last week or a week and a half ago, and even the fans can't get it right. They can't even put a paper bag over their head right. Anyway, here's from MLB Trade Rumors. Chris Getz, doesn't seem like he gets anything, discusses potential loss record crochet managerial search. White Sox lost again on Monday, dropping a 5-3 contest to the Guardians. Chicago didn't have a base run until the 7th inning against rookie Joey Cantilla, in a game that dropped them to a staggering, get this, 33-112. They're now just 8 losses away from matching the 1962 Mets for most of the season since 1900. It's a modern record. The all-time record is from the Cleveland Spiders of 1899. They need to go 9-8 to avoid setting the modern era record. Boy, I don't know about that. 17 games to go. I don't know. White Sox general manager Chris Getz met with the team's beat before Monday's game. The general manager said he'd have been a little surprised if he were informed coming into the season that the Sox could, and at this point seemed quite likely to set the loss record. However, Getz implied that he did anticipate one of the worst seasons in franchise history. What a jerk. I mean, that's a jerk. You're trying to build a good ball club. Now, if you would have told me prior to this year that we would have ended up with over 100 losses, 105, 110, I wouldn't have been that surprised. Told reporters. But this is the cards that we've been dealt at this point. You try to make the best of it. I think it's an opportunity to embrace the situation that we're in. Before this year, the Sox franchise high was 106 losses they posted in 1970. Let me read you this again. This is the cards that we've been dealt at this point. Hey, asshole, you built the team. You put the cards on the table. You're the one that had the cards. You're the one that put these cards on the table. The cards were dealt. You're the card dealer. The card dealer. You dope. The situations of the Sox all make it, of course. Gets him an assistant general manager under Kenny Williams and Rick Hahn until that dude was fired shortly at the 23 trade deadline. Owner Jerry Reinsdorf tagged Getz to take over baseball operations not long after. White Sox were already fully amidst a teardown by the time Getz took the reins. Why did you hire the assistant? He should have been fired too. They should have brought in a guy that was an outsider to properly evaluate this club. Bright spots on a team that will probably lose 120 games are obviously few and far between. Getz unsurprisingly pointed to Garrett Crochet's breakout as a starting pitcher. He's going to be gone too. We could talk about Crochet all we want. He's going to be gone too. He's going to be gone too. I would say this is what Getz had to say. Getz added that the Sox are not actively shopping Crochet, though there probably are not much distinction in practice. Virtually every contender figures to gauge the Sox asking price. Chicago's almost certainly not going to be competitive in either of the next 2 seasons. It's pretty bad. That tells you that they don't want to spend money, or they just want to. And I would mention, there's 120 something losses that they're gonna shatter. Folks, they do not get a number 1 pick next year. The best they can do is get number 10 because they got a lottery pick this past year, and because of this new rule that they have with the lottery, with the draft lottery, with the MLB draft, the White Sox are going to be penalized. So it doesn't benefit to be bad 2 years in a row. But these are the cards that were dealt. These are the cards that were given to Chris Getz. He don't get it. Getz doesn't get it. He doesn't get anything. And like I said, it starts in ownership. ownership should not have, under any circumstances, hired the assistant general manager. It made no sense. They should have fired him. They should have fired him, to be honest with you. Let's be honest. They never should have hired him. They should have been fired with Hahn and Kenny Williams. But they didn't do that. They doubled down on the stupidity. And that's how you get a bad team. And here's the thing. 2021, they won 93 games. The owner brought in Tony La Russa. Tony took a step back. I guess he wasn't feeling well. It wasn't, and they won 81 games in 2022. Last year, lost over 100 games. Went 61-101, and now you have this historically bad club. How does that happen? Well, it happens when you don't have a good manager. They hired Pedro Grifol to be a diversity hire because the media did not like Tony La Russa. And they kind of bullied the White Sox into hiring this guy. And he made things 10 times worse. They didn't respect him. They don't play hard for him. I don't know what's going on there now with Brady Sizemore. But it can't be much better, obviously. And Sizemore's just a guy that's going to be there temporarily anyway. They'll keep the seat warm until they figure out what the hell they're doing. And it's not going to get better. And next year's not going to get better. You just reading this. They're going to be bad next 2 years. They're not going to make an attempt to sign any kind of big player. I mean, they need everything. You're not going to bring in a good hit bat. You're not going to bring in a good not going to bring in a good pitcher. Apparently not. But that's what you get when you get the worst team in Major League history, and that's what we have here in the 2024 Chicago White Sox. Oh well, management don't care. So why should the players, right? Well, let me know what you think about this video. Of course, please subscribe to Baseball Hit 2. I'll see you later.